Yeda hwase. Yeda hwase mmakwa baba Oyerepa TV so. Ena no panu nsia kase bo ene yede ba beso mo no. Ensem ne dɔɔso na ne edi mu akotene no ebi eni. Empenife wo yoko etu anamu bi a oba behwe se nipa bi otena ba efo Yesu edisika ebu amanfo no obetu ho anamu. Sanso na nipa bi oye mobile money akwatri won sem de akwakodan edonkum e wo mrahye bedwane se omo se be ya e-levy aban peso de ba no obetimi ebo agu. Eda se ensem no ene ye de bram no Godfrey anim din yen hya ase ene de ya mpanifo wo Economic and Organized Crime Office in amone mpanifo wo Cyber Security Authority etu anamu a wo hwe se obeka otia pon ano ne nipa bi otra ba fontentan fidie so ebu nkrofo no obetimi asia no eno mu ana pani kwantrefo COPTwa e de aba betu dwa se anamu a wo tui ebeboa ma cyber crime dwumadie wo man mu no efrase na asanso abawie. Eya abawiase mu baako a akoye kodana ama bambo nyumafo ewo wiase nyina eye nipa bia otena abefo ntentan fidie so na onam kwati kwan so ebu adehye fa so na se ebe na oman ebetimi akon atia saa aboni nam so ama empanifo ye adwuma wo Economic and Organized Crime Office yoko etu anamo akwakopiem wo Cyber Security Authority ama no baba ye bia koso na no mu ena Executive Director Emma Yoko COP Mamitiwa Adodankwa ede atudwa se anamo abanyuma mienu aka otina pan no a otui ebeboa ma enipa hodo a otena abefo ntentan fidie so no di bone ebewi ase na ewiase nyina etnete nsa wo man Ghana so no watimi asia no.
The mandate empowers Yoko to investigate and also under the leadership of the Office of the Attorney General to prosecute serious offenses involving prohibited cyber activities. Then section 13 of your own act also establishes the Joint Cyber Security Committee, of which Yoko is a member. And it is not for any reason that Yoko is a member, because when you look at the composition of the committee, you have most of the law enforcement agencies as part of the committee. So our visit here today is for us to appreciate and understand the works of Cyber Security Authority, and also to collaborate how best we can work together for the two institutions to achieve our own mandate. Particularly when we look at collaborating efforts, especially in terms of capacity building.
Director General Emma Cyber Security Authority Dr. Albert Entwibo Siakon enkaseye mu no dia desrede to COP Mamitiwa anim se wonhwe se be ya aloyafo ahodo a odi wodwuma wo Yoko no obeyi bi ama wo mo ne namso ama wonso dwumadi a odie no watimi adi ne namso ama man Ghana enya ho emfaso.
Provisions under the Cyber Security and Investigatory Powers. You have issues of subscriber information, which certainly you need, sometimes traffic information, content data, but most importantly also interception capabilities that service providers ought to have once they are requested by the authority to have that in place based on the request from law enforcement agents. There are also issues of data retention. So the LELU has a coordinating and a facilitating role to make this possible. Mamea, looking forward, I think the expectation is we may need one of your lawyers possibly to be seconded to work with LELU as a way of further reducing the bureaucratic gap.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Enipa bi oye mobile money e wo memu aka ho abomatiku na no mu na wode won nsem na kwakodan donkum e wo mrahye bedwafie ne se eye e11 ho sensem aban pese wode ba no onhwe no mungu se beya won adwuma no betimi aye ne nsa amfa ohaw ebiti se bia krono ene basabasa emom efise enipa dodo na ene nya wano aduane efri mobile money dwumadi a odini wo omayi mu eno Asemba kwa ene edaga na adihye nyina ano eye se emrahye bedwane baji 11 no atuma na se onje entum sa 11 hu sensem nam so ama enipa bia oye mobile money ewo memu aka ho abom akwatiri wonsem agukrata so de akoto edenkum a wo mrahye bedwafi nanim se eho akohia pa se edenkum an begina won na so se beya obehwe na sa 11 a ena aban pese ode bepie mo mrahye bedwam ne agitum na be mra wo memu no obo egu twehwefo ma mobile money association of Ghana eye Evans Otumfo ne nkase mu wa bra ode wonsem no ema edunkum e wo mrahye bedwafie no na wo chem se edunkum na ahwe na wa moa ama sa 11 aban pese wo ya na wogitum wo memu no engu a ebema adwuma a wo ye no ebetimi akofom sanso na beboa pa na makrono ne bone ahodo na etimi akoso wo memu efrisi ni padodo na ene nei onya wano aduane edi efri mobile money dwumadi a odie no.
Mobile money has become, the major driver of both formal and informal sector. Everybody is now leveraging whatever economic activities to transact using the mobile money platform. And so after our assessment, we have realized that there are some about 12 challenges should government continue to pursue the e-levy in its current state or form it will be bringing. We believe strongly that the levy is going to elicit behaviors that can undermine the cash-light system and digitization drive of the economy. The other one also has to do with the fact that millions of young people will be losing their jobs because mobile money agents, we are over 400,000. And so if averagely each agent is employing 2 people, just multiply and you can imagine the job loss or the potential job loss that the levy will impose on us. We also have 80% chances of going back to our cash system, which is something that should be very worrying to all of us. We are also envisaging a potential business that people want to leverage on the availability of mobile money to bring. It is only going to be a mirage. Then the fifth one has to do with innovative businesses that try to leverage on mobile money may lose their investment. Records has it that other businesses have already done huge investment trying to leverage on the presence of mobile money to introduce some businesses. And so the implication of the 1.75 levy, should it go through, then it means that all these people, their investments are going to lock down.
Bano dani ma edomkuma ewa mrahye bedwafie onimunyamfo Haruna Idrisu odi won krata no wo hye won bo se edomkuma ne de won sem ni nyina ebekwa akoto aban ne ne ya aban na ye na adwen se ono wo ba behia na ono ma ato adwen ewo yi 11 sensem no eho no.
Money ecosystem will stand to lose with the insensitivity of the Nana Akufo-Addo government. I've heard very interesting stories in the last 1 week, and one which beats my imagination is to hear a Minister of Finance, Minister for Information, and members of Parliament of the MPP say, without any shame, that allow us to raise revenue to build infrastructure. When the NDC and John Dramani Mahama initiated those VAT on financial services, was it to raise stones? It was to raise revenue for purpose of development. But all of a sudden, it's as if it's only them who know that revenue has used for infrastructure development. And now the argument has even shifted. That because the NDC thinks that if they get money, they will develop Ghana. Little did I know that they were obstructing President Mahama and the NDC not to get money to develop Ghana.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Oswafo ohwe kuyayon samso wo memu nwanfo Dr. Osuafe Akoto ababechim se emfa hone nsusanso COVID-19 e dia ba oman sikasem so no e ade aban ne bon homodi bia se be yakuyafo wo memu e benya fertilizer edi wɔn dwuma.
Oswafo a wohwe ekuadwuma so owura owusu afriye akoto ene mrahye bedwefo ekasa wo mrahye bedwafie ene ode to wanim se efri afempim mienu ni dunso a MPP amanyukuo ekofa planting for food and job eba Ghana no akuafo enya fertilizers a ne boo ewo fom ekopem afempim mienu ene adwonu baako ene ho kɔ atwe kakra okirechire mu se de ema ho kɔ atwe na eye COVID-19 yade a ebesensen ewiase nyina kom eno enam so ama ewiase nyina eniema yekra ekwa amahodo so no eka emu pi fertilizer enso so eka ho wo se ye di muntintiman pa ne se Ghana ha enyumaku ahodo a na eboa ekra fertilizers ne bananam so ma ban eso wasene ama akuafo enya no eboa efo ede ye waku adwuma no wonnom nyina so entumi enkra eniema no emma na dodoɔ mu afi wo ha baako a esan eye osi akwan eye sika enyumakue betumi anya no de akra eniema no ede aba enam yadekoro ya COVID-19 wosene nyina mu no aban emfanensa enhye ne demre fam na emom obo won homodin bia se obeboa ama akuafo etumi anya fertilizers no de aye adwuma se de be beboa ama aduane ebekoso a abusuo ama timamufo ekomu hare won ewa aduane sem ho.
Mr. Speaker, it is common knowledge that since the inception of Planting for Food and Jobs in 2017, farmers enrolled on the flagship program have received consistent, affordable, and adequate supply of subsidized fertilizer until the last year, 2021, when issues of shortages arose. Several reasons accounted for this shortage, Mr. Speaker, and these are the adverse impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on supply chains worldwide, including fertilizer, the resultant disruption of economic activities caused by the pandemic triggered sharp increases in prices of goods and services on the international market, including fertilizer, culminating in low import by companies participating in government subsidy programs last year. 2. The general increase in freight charges by shipping lines due to the slowdown economic activity in the wake of the pandemic. 3. Delays in the payment of supplies made by participating fertilizer companies during the 2020 cropping season. This affected the revolving capital of such companies and the financial capacity to import fertilizers for the PFJ program. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, inability of companies to secure credit facilities to finance their businesses due to the effects of the slowdown of economic activities on the financial sector. Mr. Speaker, notwithstanding these challenges, the Ministry worked tirelessly in collaboration with participating companies to ensure availability of the subsidized fertilizers to farmers, albeit not always in desired quantities. Largely, this has ensured that the production of food crops in the country has been stable without adverse impact on the nation's food security.
Additional one paya ewo otimantemu e de alhwede to nyumaku ahodo ni ankrankra enyina anim se empempenso wo school dan na apratete akwakodu no ohwere omo a omra omo a yesentweni Abdul Razak eto yenkra
Sadi yani echiremu ewo empire a enen ewo nkwanta south mensimu otimantemu a amanfo awo ho won anoredam risu echire se suku adan awo ho nara etimi atetewa pansama imbrembren akade ahorowa enen ma adesuani adechire ekonkan no enen no abon yiye papa amanfo bi awo ho beningfo unit committee chairman nefe nkroma bi akasa achire se aban emo no homoden se obetumi aba abaye wo mo sade be ya eniema ahoro a enen eyiya suku no na ma won atumi akwo won anim no ne nyinara so atumi aboa sempanimfu yi ekira eye afempem ahankron ne aduosia na wosi saa sukuu adan yi na afempem ahankron ne aduosia biesa na aban ebeje saa sukuu dan ya ordinance ehye asema ne beye aban sukuu na imprempren nkonwa ahoro ne niema wotena so na wotumi edijuma no eyade a ebi eni ho John Degbe a wonen na waye unit committee chairman wo ho ene yentwen komo na nsem sei ena wode tuugwa
pa abawo ne chewo sei ye school yi ashashie 1960 government aji 1963 na ashashie momori bo pampuru na edi shashie ansa touch abam ansana nyamiadum teacher siku obanda ay assemblyman o mai kanchi dan nansu danunsu enye dan papa bia wall eya na nsu to na ahie nyina e pese embu nansu yegosu ahie asira ban sa premier nu so ni benefo abaye nchen binuma betwa photo e wenum se ombeboy sa besinde anti o hwe anyamiadum amasa bande se ni ehia no yensanka ahie se yesira ban se skill dan ni de e hadwin na bebia teacher for no betena teachers cottage ahia ti binum ye yi omuba omuntina binum free broniasi binum free banda miambia ansana omaba school no ne wiabo nti yesira ban se ombombo de mboy school dan ni teachers cottage ni community bebia community no betena afa adwin no ohia ye
efe Nana Samuel Katoste a wonen na woye traditional leader e okro ni mu nso ene yantwetwe nkomo na ono nso sei ena wokan
ni ehia ni say school dan no anukware druso tabra na yesropa school kwada no wodan mu kra na ye hu se bia nso no fa dan na se abetimi abu nti etoda bisa na omukomo angodu na se na nso eto a omden tibi ntena ho nti na akoye se dabi no kra na school ni ho na omo akoko trafi adia e ha pa afi se omba nesi fonu ba se omba bu nso a na nso to a omo ni bebia ye betra nti enya community center bi nso a enso ebebua ye ani doctor nso ho nso ware nche awoka obi sese a sene obeya obeduru ho no na ayaka nyamyambua na bibia kosa nti enya clinic bi nso ha ebebua ye
ba no amuye di mai kakra nso enam se ajafie nti na yeti musa nso ye was school na ye school dan 1963 yeti mu basi sese ye ni buafo bia nti se dia ya bre
If we start by 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Bosome wom ya na pure water yetu mu free 20 pesos ekopim 30 pesos de bottle mu so if you want cedi eko 1 cedi 20 pesos eno mu na oyepakase fo yesi abonten ne Ghana fo betwen komo se nsusanso be pa na sa ensu ensakrayi de abon abrabom ahwefo ya shram say nwume kase ebon ye de pure water nsema Ghana de hye kan no ebebremu aha na ne ye de anopa no nsia kase ebon eba besie Godfrey anim na me de ensem ne bremu ne ye kan mu say ne OBT agenda no ne papi ne ye de bremu RCC ene ne dwumadi ne bekwakofa free regional minister onamosi mo say mensa ene ye guest ene anopa yi tena se ne hwe Oyerepa television edase